Fox 13's Good Day. Local for you all morning long.
You know, the Petraeus scandal got us to thinking about stuff. A lot of stuff. For one, workplace romance. Can you get away with it? Should you even try to get away with it? You know, some places have strict rules about this sort of thing. So we need some answers. Cathy Beveridge is an attorney with Fowler White Boggs. Good to see you.
Good morning, Russell.
Welcome. You sent us 10 things to keep in mind when having an office romance. We're not going to be able to get to all of them, but all of them are great. So we're going to just sort of roll them at the bottom of the screen. So read them along the way because they're all interesting, all cool. The question that I think a lot of people are asking right now is, if it's not affecting anyone and anybody else, and in this case, if it's not affecting national security, should we care about what's going on around us in the office situation?
I don't know how people don't care about what's going on. Everybody's a little bit curious about what's happening with their coworkers. Supervisors are always curious about what's happening with their staff, and I represent employers.
Yeah.
They need to know what's going on, need to know what's happening with morale, and also kind of need to know if anybody might have an impediment to how they're performing their job.
Right. Okay. So it is important. It is important to know that. One of the points you sent us of this 10 is the fine line between an office romance and sexual harassment. I mean, because it can become that, can't it?
That line can shift.
Yeah, yes, it can. Yes, it
Perspective can affect that line.
So what's your best advice on something like that?
Well, the first point we made was if you can discourage someone from having an office romance, that's probably the safest for all parties involved. And I'm talking about the participants, not just from the company side. But if not, then we look at welcomeness and consent. That's the difference between someone saying, I didn't want to do that, and someone saying that I did. And that's where, when you look at the balance of power, if you're a supervisor and you're thinking about having a relationship with a subordinate, you're really putting yourself at risk potentially of someone later saying, wait a minute, that wasn't ever welcome to me.
Wow. Yeah. See your point. I love this one you sent us. Don't discuss your office romance with workers, but if it is ever found out, don't try to keep it a secret.
Well, that's where the curiosity comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been at the water fountain, and we've kind of taken a look and wondered. And you saw another point was the public displays. I think sometimes it's hard for us not to show our emotions. And if you're having a relationship with somebody, it's probably going to come out. So that's the first decision you probably have to make is, what are the company rules? Do we talk about it? Do we not talk about it? Someone's going to be your best friend at work. You're going to say something to them, and then are they going to be able to keep this lovely secret, or are they going to be able to kind of look at you, grin, smile, something that conveys it? Yeah.
And then if it does leak out, at some point you're going to have to not just embrace the person, embrace the scandal, right?
Well, hopefully it's not going to be a scandal.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and that's kind of where you have to decide what's your best PR move. Do you get in front of the news? Do you go to your boss and say, wait a second, here's what's going on, I've got something to tell you? Yeah. So your boss doesn't get caught flat-footed by maybe her boss asking her, wait a second, I heard this rumor the other day about one of your employees. Are two of your employees maybe dating? Yeah.
And we got to go, but I mean, there actually may be company rules that say that in the books that say you can't do this. And people could be looking for jobs.
Particularly if there's a subordinate involved with their boss. Yeah. And that's why the one point that you liked at the end.
Yeah, don't sleep with the boss.
Yeah.
Do it.
Good point.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. Hey, it's good to have you here. Come back, will you?
Thank you, Russell.
Think of reasons to get you back. We love having you here.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Let's get outside. Dave Oster.